Good morning. It is Saturday, November the 14th, which, if memory serves, I might be completely wrong, but if memory serves, today is the birthday of the Prince of Wales. Have I got that right? I don't understand the things that are stored in my brain sometimes. Okay, 9:30 in the Eastern Zone. It is still morning and I haven't finished my coffee. And do you love this mug? I love this mug. Yeah, so welcome everyone. This is my November experiment for a Saturday morning. And it may be last week people arrived a little later, so maybe I need to start a little later, but we experiment so we can find out, right? Ultimately, this is the thing. I'm planning today to read with my wonderful deck, Wisdom of the Garden Path, which is available for sale, and there is a link in the comments here in the whatever blurb I put in. And for the rest of 2020, I have added a special add-on if you buy the cards for an extra $20. You can get a 20-minute tutorial with me, learning how to use them, how to lay them out, how to read them, all kinds of everything like that. So that's going to be a very limited thing because there's only so many hours in a day, but I'm sure I can find for the first little while some 20-minute blocks to do that. It would be a Zoom or a Facebook video, I think. Anyway, that is there. Excuse me. Tanya Lee, good morning to you. And you are Tanya, not Tammy, and I believe I know who you are today. Sorry. It is, there's sun, it's bright. It's not so much sunshine as brightness where I am, but it is nice and it's good to see you. I'm working with the Garden Path deck today, and I'm still on my morning coffee. Do you missed what I said? When did I say it? It's good to see you. Kathleen, lovely to see you too. Gosh, people are, of course you can have a card. And Tanya, hello Heidi. I love it. I have said Saturday was an experiment and yeah, it all depends if people show up, right? And this is lovely. At 9:33, I've got 3 of you in here. Okay, so I do need explicit permission to draw a card, and Kathleen has given me this. And Tanya, I'm just having this. I don't. Oh, okay. What I said was for the rest of 2020, I have a special on the website. When you go to buy a deck of cards, if and when you buy them, you can add on for an extra $20, get a 20-minute tutorial with me, a private time with me, learning about the cards, learning about laying them out and reading them and all that kind of thing. So that's I think that's what you missed saying. All right, Tanya and Heidi, please tell me if you'd like me to draw a card. Kathleen has said she would like a card. I have not set a specific intention for today as yet. So this is just what Spirit wants you to know at this time. Oh, nice. Okay, so number 3, Tanya, I see that, yes. Unexpected resources, which in your work is surely, and especially in these times, that has got to be a wonderful message from Spirit. 3 is your point of inspiration. It's that place where cosmic wisdom can travel through you into the physical world. And more than anything, I think the message of the card is about being open to that, listening to the good ideas. And oh, thank you, Kathleen. I like the cards, and I love it when people call them beautiful. Um, there are resources that you don't know about, and with the three, it's about being open to inspiration, to intuition, to ideas that come out of nowhere. They come fully formed from somewhere outside of the box. Um, and they're there for you, and there's stuff that you're not expecting, you're not looking for, you haven't written a grant proposal, but there's stuff for you, and spirit wants you to know that, and to scan the horizon maybe a little more than when you're being really. And I know you work really hard, but it's a lot of nose to the grindstone, and this is saying sit up and look about you, because there's stuff you're not expecting, which is really nice. It doesn't have to be work, it could be in your personal life too. There are resources for you. I love that. I love the leaf litter. Is It's such a wonderful representation. It's a pause in the cycle, as it has left its place in the green layer and is moving into the earth, where it can release its atoms into the next generation. I love it. I just love it. Really do. Okay, Tanya says she would love a card. And I don't know if Heidi got lost. Heidi, has she been booted? Her name is gone and everything. Oh no, there you are. Okay, yes, happy Saturday to you, Heidi. Let me know if you'd like the card today. And Tanya, I know you. Oh, it was a different deck yesterday. I was going to say you're going to get the same card. You still might get the same message. That sometimes happens. So what Spirit wants Tanya to know today Oh, okay, this isn't wrong, what I know about you. Oh, Kathleen, you're lovely and kind. This is for Tanya, number 23, complexity. And I don't know if perhaps you're dealing with some bureaucracy around the forward movement that you're dealing with. And of course, everything is extra complex right now as we adapt to and cope with COVID. So 23 is 2 is the number of relationships, and that can be about the people in your household. It can be the people in your neighborhood. It was 23 yesterday too. Okay, all right. So you know about 23. So community and inspiration coming together as growth. It is amazing. Your guides clearly want you to know about the 2 and the 3 coming together as a 5. So it's change and growth, not necessarily going to be as smooth as stepping on a banana peel, but you're very capable of it, and maybe that's part of what the message is that's coming to you, is your capability for coping with this complexity. There is a root across those tangled vines. It was a grapevine in winter, this picture. And yeah, okay, very, very, I love it. I love it. I've been doing this work since 1983, and I still get really, really excited and thrilled, and it's wonderful. See a lot of 3 and 5. Oh, cool. All right. It always matters that 3, that point of inspiration you're being pointed towards. A 333 is a 9, which is a completion, is the holistic. So it's all of that inspiration coming together in a single single unit. So I don't know if you're having you're you're getting the cards. Okay, all right, good. The link is in the somewhere here. I know I've put it in, and if not, it's easy to find. The inspirations that come to you scattered, like a 3 and a 3 and a 3, but they create a whole when they come together. So it's asking you to work to create something. 555 again is about change and growth and expansion. It's always about that, no matter where it is. It gets little angles on it, but it's still always about that. So when you, oh wow. Oh, I love it. Oh, we have to have time to sit down and talk to each other, Tanya. We really need to do this. 555, 5 is that change and that growth, right? But when you get 3 of them, you get a 1 and a 5. 15 is you and that change coming together as a 6, which is the place where you serve the community and make things better. It's yes, and those repeating numbers, Spirit really is trying to get your attention, Tanya. Spirit has a lot to say to you. I love it. Thank you, Kathleen, for the reference, the testimonial. Anybody who's here who's got the cards, if you have anything you'd like to write, I will put it on I have a little section on the page at the bottom of Bias Say This. So it's yeah, I'm always open to adding more. Always. And Heidi has identified her desire for a card. I didn't read for Heidi, did I? Yet. No. 2 cards, 3 people. Good sign. Okay, so Heidi, what does Spirit want you to know today? Ooh, okay, stuff going on for you. And the people around you, this is telling you to pay attention. It doesn't, there is stuff coming into fruit. The orange is always about the fruiting phase of life, where things that have happened in the past are coming into ripeness, are you know, what you have sown is now available to be reaped. And there is something that is not quite as you expect it to be. It is not quite what it represents itself to be. These berries, they're so red and juicy and yummy looking, and they are in fact deadly nightshade. So pay attention. Don't go blindly forward into agreements, into relationships, into things. Okay, Tanya, yes, I will, absolutely. This is just a sort of a heads up from Spirit that you're more than capable of not eating the berries. It's not as if there's something unavoidable. It's just a call to be mindful, right? So the 2 is the number of relationship, of community. 9 is that holistic, all of the community, the presence where everything is connected to everything else. They're adding up to 11, which is a master number where 2 individuals standing side by side adding together into relationship. And then the 2 that is community again. So you keep getting that repeated too. So it's not anything that you're doing to yourself. It's something that's happening in your circle that you just need to be mindful. Just pay attention. Just pay attention. Okay, I hope that makes sense. And then I'm going to draw for Ian. I have another Ian who is supposed to show up today. Excuse me. Okay. Ian would like a card. Find out what Spirit would like Ian to know about. Okay, lovely, lovely, lovely. All right, okay, Heidi, that's making sense. Delights me. Good, good. And Ian, you have card number 14, which is about design. I don't know if you're familiar with the Queen Anne's lace, but it's this is like a single bloom and kind of flat on top, but underneath it's made up of a multitude of tiny, tiny stems coming together with tiny, tiny heads on them that all come together. It is a marvel of engineering. I don't know that we could make anything quite like that in the physical world. So design the card. The one is you, Ian. That place within, that personality, that spirit, that soul that has existed through all of time and space, and doesn't change. That is you, and the beginning of your experience in the universe as you're here in the human form. That is the start of everything for you. Is you, of course. 4 is really strong, stable number. I like to say that when we build something with 4 sides, it doesn't fall over. It's about foundational energy. It's about the base upon which we can build, right? So, and when we design something, we're putting on a piece of paper. Hey, Laurie, the plans from which we can then create something in multiple dimensions. They're adding together into a 5, growth, expansion, progress. So this card is telling you that this is a time for you to be practical, to make a plan, to design where it is that you're intending to go. And with that plan, with that design, with that understanding of the distant future, you are able to then take the next steps and be going in the right direction, right? So I hope that makes sense to you. I love that. Yes, please, Laurie Bowen. All right. Very good to see you. I think you I can't remember if you showed up on Friday or not. I'm sorry. These events, it comes and it goes, and I don't remember a lot of things. It's very bad. I know I have this one person that I've welcomed her about 3 times. Hi, I don't know your name. Welcome. This must be your first time. And the last time she said, you said that last time too. It's like, oh dear me. But I just don't remember. So I've started saying welcome and welcome back, depending on, yeah, just be aware. Anyway, Laurie, I do know you, and I know you've been here before. I'm just not sure if you were here yesterday. Today we are doing... Oh, okay. Yes, all right. I'm glad, Ian and Tanya. That does make sense for you. Good. Good, good. Oh, all right. So if you're working in tandem, then possibly his ability to, or his support from the cosmos to be creating a design and to be making a plan will help you as you navigate the complexity that you're facing. I don't know. Just saying. I didn't even think about them as connected to each other. Cool. Not yesterday? Okay. All right. Well, I'm glad you're here today, Laurie. It's lovely. Yeah. Okay. So did I tell you my only intention today is to find what spirit wants you to know? I didn't put any limits on it at all. Okay. Oh, now this one comes to me at different times, very often, It comes when somebody has recently lost a loved one, and I have no idea whether that's true in your life. These blue bead lilies are they don't look like blue bead lilies at the moment. It's interesting. In the spring, they put out these tiny yellow flowers. Yellow is the color of the solar plexus chakra, where the seat of our personality. And as they progress through the season, as they get pollinated and go into fruit, they produce these lovely little blue berries that look like little blue beads. Which blue, of course, is the color of the throat chakra, and represents communication in all of its forms. So it's the life cycle of the plant kind of speaks to that coming to grips, getting centered in who you are and what you're here for. And then as with experience and with the passage of time and life happening, then you come to a place where you can communicate about it, where you can speak about it. It could be that you're coming into a time of are you writing a book, Laurie? I kind of think you might be. But that kind of I'm here because an inspirational sort of an idea. The other thing, this, as I say, it often comes when somebody has lost somebody close, because there is a communication from that personality that is unable to show up in another way. 9 is about the holistic, everything connected to everything else. You did write a book? Thinking? Sorry, there's a lag on here, and I'm not always reading the text. 9 shows us that everything is connected to everything else. The decisions that I make, while I can only make, I try to stay in my own skin and do what I need to do, but at the same time, if I choose to buy clothes that are a fraction of the price of regular clothes, then I may be supporting a sweatshop somewhere with exploited workers and or children and all of that. Oh, I have heard you talk about that, Laurie. Life lesson I learned from my dog. That's such a wonderful title. I love it, love it, love it. So maybe it is the blue bead berries, and maybe it is this is calling you to use your connections, to use the way we're all being connected now online, as a marketing tool, as a place for you to talk about, do your personal little Laurie, thank you for coming to my TED, right? I don't know. Knowing that you are held in the love of Source. Yes, I saw you reworking your logo recently. That's true. Yeah, so love is flowing through you, Laurie. You are held in the embrace of the love of all that is, right? You're supported even when the stuff that is coming at you in the human experience is feels challenging. It is okay. All right. I'm not sure what I confirmed, but there we go. I'm glad. Thank you. Thank you back. All righty. Oh, okay. You've gone back to the blue. All right. I don't, like I said, I don't remember stuff. It comes, it goes, it flows through me. I'm very blessed that it does, and it doesn't take up space in my memory. All right, so you are upheld. You are loved by the universe, Laurie, in case there's any doubt. The challenges that are coming at you are helping you. Doesn't mean there isn't real distress, and I hope that you have a community that can hold space for you while you work through it. But knowing that on the other side of it, is a greater Laurie, a grown Laurie, that your soul is it's expanding, and it's coming, that it's a trite phrase about living your best self, but you are becoming your greatest self. And yes, you need sometimes to have space held while you grow, while you sort through. It's that I'm sure you've seen all the memes and the pictures, and it's a truth of the natural world, that the caterpillar, when it spins its cocoon and disappears inside to our eyes, it turns to goo. It's just like a gelatinous mush of DNA in there that if you opened it, it would be total destruction. And when left long enough, it reorganizes itself in order to become the butterfly. So that mushy time, that time of goo, when we are in it, when that's what our lives are doing, it's very difficult. And we do need to be supported and held, and have people understand and allow that to process through. It can't be rushed. It can't be bypassed. It can't be forgotten about. But it is a path of progress. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Ian, I hope things are lovely in Darlington today. It is so lovely to see you. And it's so interesting. You are going to be the second man for whom I read today, and you're the second one called Ian. Go figure. I don't know. It's what, 915? You both spelt the same. 9 and 1 and 5 adds up to 6. That's a lovely name, isn't it? Okay, I like that. Oh, Laurie, I'm sorry that you feel you're lacking support, and yes, time of goo. Yes, the books call it liminal space. You know what? There's a wonderful book out. I'm sorry, Ian, I'm coming, honestly. Laurie, if you're able to get your hands onto this, Heather Platt is a brilliant practitioner out of Winnipeg. And this book might help you as you're in your goo. And I hope you're able to find a community, either online or in life. Well, online is life, but you know what I mean. And I'm honored that you see me as part of your support, Laurie. Thank you. Okay, Ian. I'm reading today. I don't have a specific intention beyond what Spirit would like you to know today. And alrighty. Oh. This wishes to be here. Oh, nice. This totally fits what I know about your life. In synthesis, putting stuff together from all different sources, bringing together disparate information to create something. And it can be, I mean, it's easy to apply it to making a cake, right? You get some wheat flour from the Canadian prairie, and you get an egg from the farm down the road, and you get some vanilla from a spice island somewhere, and sugar from the West Indies, and you create a cake. You put it all together and create a cake. So you're being supported by Spirit as you bring things from all different places. You find information from all different sources, and oh, Tanya, I love it. Absolutely. Bringing things together. So I know you're writing papers for college. I know that you are coordinating a group of disparate people. I know that you are doing several different things. Just your life is a synthesis of different activities and different behaviors and different learning. So that you are supported in that is really, really nice. The one is you, that beautiful seat of the soul that is Ian. The 5 is growth and expansion. It's adapting and adjusting, which I know you do. You're very much mobile in terms of your learning and your willingness and your seeking. It's lovely. And then they add together to a 6, which is that place of service, that place where you improve the world on your way through. I know your Monday nights, you're improving the lives of individual people. I know that there's probably a whole lot more that I don't know about. So the fact that you're supported, the orange is that fruiting energy where the events and the experiences that have happened in the past are coming into fruit now. You're far from being ancient, but you do have more experience than some of the people you're around. So you have processed experience. You have ripened into a wisdom that you can share, and everything you've been through is part of that. So that's a lovely card, Ian. I like that. I hope I get to see you soon, and I hope that makes sense to you. Totally makes sense to me. All right then, Tanya, let's have a look. Where are we? It's only 10 o'clock. We have lots of time, so yes. For now, there's a town in BC that is spelt like that is pronounced Savannah, and there's a whole world that would say Savannah. So I will beg excuse if I got it wrong. I would probably say Savannah, like in Georgia, not Savannah like in BC. Just saying. Maybe there's only one N in BC. I'm not sure. Okay, so I'm going to call for Savannah and see what Spirit wants Savannah to know today. I'm interested to know if they're sitting with you, Tanya, if they're sitting around the screen. Savannah. Okay. Okay, you don't say how old Savannah is. You're welcome, Ian. I'm glad that works. Oh, good. Okay. So, Savannah, you have drawn okay, cool, good. New love. This is lilac that's coming into blossom. You can see that little bits of it are open already, but the rest of it is still on its way. Now, this is not necessarily about romantic partnerships. This is about places where we put our love. So that can be you volunteering at CHEO. That can be you finding a book that sparks your imagination and gives you a whole field of study to that just lights you up and you fall in love with. And it doesn't matter what it is, the history of Togo or the how to design prosthetics for veterinary hospitals or whatever it is. There's so many different places. When you find it, you will know it. And I guess this is Spirit saying that it is there, that thing that will light you up. And I totally get that it's not necessarily whatever you're doing on Zoom these days. So much of what we learn in school is not about what we're learning in school. And I'm not sure how things are going with Zoom, but for sure, we all have to learn about things like systems of government and basic geography and things like that. That's not always what it's about. You may never need to find Togo on a map. What matters is that you know where to find a map and have a general idea of where you would look for Togo, because as you go forward, looking at maps will be in life, as simple as that. So what am I telling you? I'm telling you that there's something out there, even if you haven't found it yet, that is going to excite you and interest you and draw you forward. 3 is that point of inspiration. It is that moment when all of a sudden there's a whole idea there where you're flowing through, and it might be a poem, and it might be a design for a new kind of bookshelf, and it might be an algorithm. But there's an inspiration that comes through you, through the 3. That's your creativity, your originality, and it's the cosmos feeding you new stuff that needs to come into the physical world. 1 is you. This is Savannah, the identity, the spirit, the soul that was before you came into the world in 2011, and will continue, has always been and always will be. So that's the 1. So they're coming together, that inspiration and you, the core of you, and you're adding up to a 4, which is that base, solid, practical, foundational, reliable energy. This new love is going to come in, whatever it is. On that, you will build things in your future. So when it's on its way to you, it is on its way, and it's one of those you'll know it when you feel it, because you will feel it. When I met numerology, I was in my 20s, but I was in my car and there was a guy on the radio, and I just, boom, that was it. Hello. All about numerology for me. It was an astonishing thing. And that's it's nearby for you, Savannah. It is. It's coming. It's on its way. Be open. Be ready. Don't be so busy with your face in your Snapchat that you don't see the opportunities that are showing up on your mom's Facebook. Okay? All right. So, next name is Cash. Cool. I'm glad you're happy. Wonderful. Good, good. All right. So I like this 424. Oh, Tanya, she's got really good numbers. I like that. All right. Yes, I would say she's got past life stuff coming up in this life. She's 424, so 4 and 2 and 4 is 1. So until she's 35, she has a lot of creativity and a lot of that inspiration stuff going on. And then from 35 to 44, she's gonna have some amazing experiences and meetings and situations that are she's finding closure from previous lives, and this, she's got 35 years to get ready for it. She's cool. She's in good shape. I love it. Okay, August the 8th. Are you serious? You just deliver old souls into the world? Hello, Cash. I'm delighted to see you, even though I'm not seeing you. 886. 8 and 8. 8 and 8 is 16, is 7, and 6 is 13. So he's 4. A lot of 4s going on in your house, Tanya. That's so interesting. A lot of people who can, this is a person who's really good at tending to the details, where the 3 is a lot about big picture and new stuff coming through and all of that. That is no good to anybody if it doesn't get applied. And Cash is one of the people who applies it. This is an energy, this is a birth date that can be like a watchmaker, just that meticulous ability to deal with tiny details and get it right. And absolutely brilliant energy. I love that. The people who build the reality that creatives have dreamt about. Creatives not always very practical people, not always able to deal with. They know this, but they don't know that. And Cash can do that really, really well. Wonderful. Okay, what does Spirit want Cash to know? All right. Okay, now 2000. Okay. Um, I'm not sure what 13. You're very young, Cash. This says that you have decisions to make. And I'm not at all sure what they are at your age, and especially in the world as it is right now. Maybe you have to choose between a classroom and a Zoom room. I don't know. Daisies. If you've ever lived with daisies, we used to play with them, pulling their petals off, which seems very, very cruel. To decide, I will go, I won't go, I will go, I won't go, and depending on when the petals ran out, that was the answer to our query about whether we should go. Right? Oxeye daisy. These are big. We used to play with little tiny ones, but these are quite big. And I think even the name there matters, because if you've ever met an ox or been with any cattle of any kind, looking into the eyes of a calf or an ox or a cow. I don't know for sure where you live, Tanya, so maybe you get to dairy farms, maybe you don't. There is enormous intelligence in creatures that we tend to think of as being only about muscle, because an oxen plow paddy fields in China even yet, and they have been beasts of burden in a lot of places. And finding that balance between brains and brawn is part of making decisions. Am I deciding this because I'm strong enough to kick down the door, or am I going to look and find the key? Right? The 2 and the 6, 2 is about community. This feels very advanced for somebody who was born in 13. I'm sorry. Tanya, you may have to interpret in a way that makes sense. 2 is about community. Right now, at your age, that kind of means all the people who live in your house, I would think. Although you have school and you have other things going on. 6 is the number of service, of being responsible, of helping to make the world a better place by what you do and how you do it and the way that you conduct yourself. And they add together, because in numerology we always add up to a single digit, and they add up to an 8. An 8 is a lovely number of fairness and justice, and because it has the 2 loops, so it's about looking at both sides of an argument, and well, there's every reason to be confident in his ability and his personality and his. I'm sorry if the school system doesn't accommodate who he is, and especially right now where sitting in front of a screen is a big part of it. But this is a gorgeous birth date. I love this birth date. It's wonderful. He's a beautiful soul. And this card is saying that the ability to look at the facts and decide between them. This is someone who knows right from wrong, someone who knows up from down and back from front, right? There's a whole lot of really good innate intelligence and important wisdom within this soul that is still in a very young body that's just arrived. But remember, he arrived to teach us, and is going to teach us. We're going to learn so much from Cash. It's so cool. I love that he's here today, Tanya. Thank you for bringing them. Struggling in school. I think I said to I think it was your sister I was talking to, so much of, you do have to jump through the hoops. I get that. You got to pass the test. And if they want to know that x equals 3, then you're not even there yet. That 8 and 2 is 10. You're way past there. But they do want to know that. What they are teaching you is to add numbers in a way that will serve you when you're 15 and when you're 20 and when you're 25. It's not about 8 plus 2 is 10. It's about training your brain to add together, to find the totals. And that doesn't only apply in math either. And you're so capable. You're so clever. I have no doubt that you can overcome. Sometimes it's as your mom says, it's just about knowing that you can do it. And you totally can. You can probably do it better than most people. You've got that ability to deal with details. If they're asking you for big picture stuff, then that is hard. For sure, that's going to be a struggle. However, enough of that. You're so welcome, Tanya. Is anybody else here? Has anybody else come in? I find this so amusing that I picked this time for a specific group of people, and 2 weeks in a row now they don't show up. However, a bunch of other people have shown up, and that's lovely. I love that the UK is here, although they often come on a Friday too. But when I first was back in March and April, when I was figuring out when I was going to do this, everybody was home all day, every day. So a weekday afternoon was all right. I think now, as more people are either back at work or their work schedule from home has been entrenched, that possibly a weekend is a better choice. I don't know. I'm not going to stop the Fridays. I promise to keep the Fridays. I love the Fridays. love my Friday lives. Anybody else here? Anybody? So there's nobody here. And if Tanya's still here, you still here, Tanya? I'm gonna play with 8th 2013. God. Too good. 6. So this is a 4. I said that already, didn't I? We talked about that. All right, good. Okay. So when we put 2, 0, 1, 8, 8, 1, 3. Okay, so he's got a couple of, this is cash, this is 2013, okay? So he's got a line, he's got the 1, 2, 3, which I guess everybody that year did. I guess I haven't charted anybody from 2013 yet. 1, 2, 3 line, awesome line. I have this line, so I kind of like it. It's called the line of organization, and that so fits with being a 4, which I am not, but that's a whole other thing. This is the line. These are the children who organize stuff, who are really good at alphabetizing their bookshelf when they learn their alphabet, who grow up to invent filing systems and catalog for pleasure and that kind of thing. It's a wonderful skill. It's a really marketable skill, and it is to be celebrated. The other line that he's got is up through the center. He has empty cells in the 4, 5, 6. So that is called, it's called the line of dissatisfaction, but that doesn't do it any credit, because what it is essentially curiosity. No matter what's going on, he knows there's more, and he's going to go looking for more, because we can be having a party and Cash is getting to eat the whole cake, and that's really nice, but there's a corner over there and he wants to know what's around it. So he's gonna go. This is lovely and this is nice and we can all be happy, but he's just not satisfied until he knows everything. And it could be that he looks around the corner and finds the circus. And we're all going to benefit from him coming back saying, you guys, there's a circus over here, and we're all gonna love it. And thank goodness he didn't just sit down and eat the cake, right? So it's a wonderful, wonderful energy to bring. All right, now Savannah is 13, 2, 2, 0, 1, 1. Oh, this is an interesting. I like this. Okay, so she has a 1. So an original thinker, a initiator, and she's got the 1, 2, 3, 2, and that's there. That's there. Okay, that's so interesting. She has both the same lines as her brother. I love that you brought these in. They're both old souls, and they're both that so interesting. Now, where Cash just has 1, 2, 3, she has 3 1s and 2 2s and 1 3. So, and she's got the line of dissatisfaction as well. So those multiple numbers in the cells, that makes a difference as well. The line is still there, still very, very able to be organized and create indexing systems. And I would think, I haven't worked with people this young very much to know, but I would expect that that is an aptitude that adapts really well to the computer age, and that there are things they can do in computing as far as organizing and creating directories and whatever, that's an energy that will serve them really, really well. So like maybe it's a coding line. I don't know enough about coding, but that could be. The 3 open to inspiration, which is lovely. The 2 2s, 2 is about relationships, and when it's in a really personal place like this, in your birth date, it's about your ability to relate to other people. It's about your willingness to look them in the eye, to see them for who they are, to honor them. There's a word I want. There's a predisposition to be able to mediate a little bit, and to to see the other side of it, to a little bit put herself into their shoes, into their mind. These 3 1s, though, this is really old soul who would come in with 3 1s. Wow. And if she'd come like 4 days earlier, she could have avoided one of them. But no, she had to be here to work this out. So, Savannah, you are awesome. I love this. So 3 1 1, we talked about. 1 is that place, that central place that is the beginning of your experience in the human world, right? It is the core of your being. When you come on a day that gives you 3 1s, then you're learning to adapt your presentation to the people around you, to meet the expectations of the people around you. So if you're in a house where one person thinks that Savannah should be sitting in the corner reading a book, when that adult is around, she'll be sitting around reading a book. But if there's somebody else who kind of expects Savannah is going to climb trees, when they are around, Savannah's going to climb trees, because this is what we do as children. We reflect back what adults are seeking from us. That's how we learn who we are, is from what the people around us are telling us about who we are. So if parents tell their child every day, you are blue with purple stripes, they will look in the mirror, they will see blue with purple stripes, because why would they disbelieve that, right? They would take that on as an identity. So what happens with the 3 1s is that Savannah has the ability to adapt to the expectations of people around her. It's a wonderful skill that helps, because she learns to read people and see what they want. It makes absolutely ace at getting through job interviews, because she can figure out what it is that people want. And with those two twos, where she's really, really good in the relationship and evoking that connection, it's yeah, very cool. There's bunches of stuff here. I'm sorry, Tanya, I didn't mean to take over your whole morning. I love numerology. Have I ever mentioned that? So these are lovely people. I like your children a whole big lot. That is nice. All right, I must find out. You're saying she's really sharp on the computer. I must ask some of my old clients about that 1, 2, 3 line and whether it works, whether it's really specifically becoming a computer skill. When I was growing up, it really was about alphabetizing my bookshelf. But I'm thinking that now, where they have access to the electronic data organization systems, it's going to translate there. That's where it's going to show up. That's so cool. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right. We have 4 minutes left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've read 8 cards. Oh yeah, because I was going to say there's not that many people here, but I read 4 in one family. That's cool. If there's anybody here, yes, you are welcome, Tanya. You are welcome. Yes, lovely family. I like it. I do. And if there's anybody else here, last chance. I'm 3 minutes to shutting her down if nobody else wants a card. This has been lovely. Thank you, everybody who came. If you're watching the video, oh, there we go. That's what we didn't do, was draw a community card for people watching the video. What does Spirit want you to know today? Oh, let it go. We have release. This is a lovely card too. This is within the community, your personal self, open to that 3 of cosmic flow of information. Let go your expectations. These apples on the forest floor, they have had to let go any sort of being apples anymore and allow the process for them to release their nutrients into the roots of the tree. So nothing goes away, it only transforms. And holding on to narrow expectations or narrow intentions, if these apples were totally identified with being a solid apple forever and ever and ever, they'd be really, really unhappy with the state of life right now. But let that go. That wasn't how it was supposed to be. You weren't supposed to stay an apple. You were supposed to continue in the cycle of life, right? So if you're watching the video, thank you. Please like and follow the page. Exploring Paths to Cosmic Wisdom on Facebook. If you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe to this channel. Please head over to joleith.com and explore. There's bunches of stuff over there. And if you'd like to buy the cards are there on a tab that says Oracle Cards, I believe. And for the rest of the year, got my 2020 special. So, thank you. Thank you. Have a wonderful week. I will be back here next Friday on Facebook at 2 o'clock Eastern, and next Saturday, it's still November, so I'll be here at 9:30 Eastern, and I will look forward to seeing you then. Thank you, everybody. Namaste. Have a wonderful week. Stay home when you can. Stay safe when you go out. Thank you. Bye-bye.